GamerSpawn. Battlefield 3 countdown. 2 days left. Dive bombing an enemy aircraft carrier with guns blazing, only to parachute out at the last second and hope you survive. Leading a tank rush against the enemy's final control point in a gambit to drive their final reinforcements from your soil. Dropping behind enemy lines and making a desperate attempt to establish a foothold in hostile territory. These are the crown jewels in the Battlefield series, and there's no better way to experience them than being surrounded by a crew of fellow gamers, both with you and against you. Multiplayer, it's the heart and soul of the franchise. Whether it was the World War II sandboxes in Battlefield 1942 or the claustrophobic, deadly jungles of Battlefield Vietnam, the series has always excelled at providing a canvas for creating epic set pieces with friends. Now, with Battlefield 3 mere days away, DICE aims to both evolve and revolutionize what the Battlefield franchise can do with a full server and dozens of gamers with itchy trigger fingers. Battlefield 3's multiplayer has been built from the ground up with the intention to bring back old favorite maps, vehicles, and settings, while still mixing in enough new features to keep the gameplay fresh. Classes have been tweaked, with the new support role taking the place of the Bad Company series' medics. Drawing on Battlefield 2's hierarchy system, the game will allow gamers to take on the role of squad leader in order to help teams organize and take objectives more effectively. Squad leaders function as mobile spawn points for their 4-member teams and can call in deadly artillery strikes to support an infantry rush or defend a surrounded outpost. And while the powerful Commander class from Battlefield 2 won't be making an appearance, many of its roles and abilities have been spread out among the different classes. A wide selection of engaging game modes is the bread and butter of the franchise, and Battlefield 3 does not disappoint. First, DICE will be reviving Team Deathmatch. This mode is as simple as it sounds. Kill your foes more times than they kill you. Squad Deathmatch ups the number of teams to 4. Next, we've got Rush, ripped right out of Bad Company. In this mode, one team is tasked with capturing a linear set of MCOM stations, while the opposing team has to defend them for as long as possible before falling back to the next area. Squad Rush will be a smaller variant. In Conquest, a Battlefield staple since 1942, each side attempts to conquer the majority of the map's control points, attempting to bleed the opponent's respawn tickets dry. The PC version will support 64 players in Conquest, though consoles will max out at 24. And of course, we can't forget the highly anticipated co-op, a 6-mission campaign built from the ground up for 2 players to tackle. It should only take a few hours to complete, but DICE promises varied difficulty and dynamic mission design to allow for a fresh experience every time. Also, in a move intended to help players ease into highly competitive multiplayer matches, weapons can be unlocked in co-op and transferred to the adversarial modes.
Objective achieved! Great job!
Of course, all these great game modes are useless without great maps. DICE focused on bringing us a moderate number of highly balanced and fine-tuned levels, both new and old. From the wide-open 64-player Caspian border and its jets piercing the sky overhead, to the infantry-focused Grand Bazaar and its urban warfare, Battlefield 3 is full of variety. The Back to Karkand expansion pack will mark the return of 4 classic Battlefield maps as well: Gulf of Oman, Strike at Karkand, Charkhi Peninsula, and the iconic Wake Island. Battlefield 3 will continue many great series traditions as well, more than we have time to go over. A tweaked rank-up system that spans over 50 levels, ribbons, medals, and awards, complex weapon unlock trees, and a revamped point system. With deep classes, a wide set of game modes, and intricate new battlegrounds, Battlefield 3 is set to bring the biggest, baddest multiplayer experience to the series yet. So strap into your jet or find a bush to hide in, because in 2 days,